Sorry about that. Right. Thanks for letting me know, Lorraine. So right, start again. Right. So here we go. So my opponent's just played EEU. Good old new word. So we got Vax and Vex. That looks the logical thing to do is either play Vax here with Zex, it's going to score well, or good old Zooey words. You could decide to leave the T off. That'd be a perfectly reasonable thing to do. Thanks for the like, Lorraine. Well, much appreciate. And yeah, you could just play Vex and leave the T off. It would be more valuable if, for instance, do a few T's around. But there's another 5 T's out there. We haven't played any yet. So there's still a reasonable shot your opponent has a T. So it's kind of 6 and 2 threes. Like if you're playing something your opponent probably doesn't have, then more valuable. And that is the alternatives to play Vex. But this is such a such an accessible spot here. And it makes me curious why my opponent played EEW. He's doing dumping 2 E's there. Quite curious. Yeah, that's got me interested. Anyway, well, they could just play at the E's here. The tile bugging there. Sorry. So yeah, they could just play 2 E's like with a score less. But this is such an accessible spot. You feel like you'd almost always go there because there is value in like taking that spot because it's so accessible, so flexible. As long as you got an E, can you? I can't remember if you can have. I don't think you can have Zooeel. I can never remember. Oh, you can have Zooeel. I can never remember. There's one that doesn't take the L. Yeah, you can put an L there. Zooeel with this spelling. You can have it with one O and Zoil as well, but yeah, you can always put an E on the end, and you can always put an L on the end. So there's loads of obviously loads of E's, 12 E's in a normal set, 4 L's in a normal set. So most of the time your opponent's going to be able to use that. Obviously Zoias as well, you can put an S on the end. So like it's like 20 tiles out of hundreds. Like a fifth of tiles are going to hook it. Obviously S is valuable, so you don't particularly want to use one of those, but like you'd use an E or an L in a heartbeat because you're getting just literally 15 points just for sticking an E on the end, and you can pretty much make whatever move you want. So it's such a flexible spot. So it's really about whether to put the T on the end, as it scores a fair bit more than playing Vax over here. So it's whether you put the T on the end or not. That's the kind of dilemma here. Like the opponent, this is quite a high level player. This is a high level player. It's a higher level game sort of thing. So it's going to be a little bit different to like regular games, but a high level game when my opponent makes a move like that, doesn't use this spot, I figure they're probably going to have quite a good bonusy rack. So they're going to have quite a strong rack leave. The main threat is really like a bonus going down. But yeah, it's an interesting one whether to play the T or not. 2 extra points. The fact that the T is probably on their range of tiles they will keep. It's an interesting one. The T kind of goes okay with these ladders. And you've also got this S, so you could put stick a T on the end. If I draw like an ING bonus, starting with T, I've got this as a spot to play. I don't know. If I put the T there, it makes it easier for my opponent to bonus. Although, yeah, it doesn't help a huge amount, but it does help. Bonuses starting at the S, we're going to play. Obviously, bonuses with an I, starting with an I, unusual. We're going to play it anyway with XI. Same with the U. But bonuses with an E, starting with an E, an A, or an O, they're now going to play by be adding the T. So lots of different little subtle effects. But I think just because there's so many T's around, I'm going to play it. If I had, like, definitely if I had the last T, I'd just happily leave that off every time. But because there's quite a lot around, and it's on the range of my, like, a bonus rack. If my opponent has a bonusy rack, T is one of the tiles they would probably keep. So because of that, I'm thinking there's a reasonable chance they have the T. I don't want to give them extra value by them playing parallel and getting vexed. So I'm going to play the T. But it's not going to be a big deal between whether you play the T or not. And yeah, I've actually got a bonus there. That is actually a bonus. Doesn't play at the moment, but that is a bonus. Right, I just played Zebrina. And yeah, I've got the J. That spot here. Not a great rack, but I think I just still have to play that. Yeah, you've got to play that. Too many points. The alternatives are bad. Yes, you could draw two constants, have no play, but you're getting 50 points. Right. Another one of these wrecks where I have 3 eyes. Was all. Alright, so we got like Yeti. We could play. Yeti. That is a word. It'll kind of sort the rack out pretty well. But yeah, it'll play either side. It's gonna open things right up, but getting rid of getting rid of 2 eyes is be a big help here, and the Y just really helps the rack out massively. You know, you could do something like this, but you've still got a pretty bad rack. Like Y is just hideous. So yeah, you get an extra 10, but the rack leave is pure garbage. So you could play it here, but there's a lot of in CSW. There's a lot of letters that could go here, and pretty much all been. We've had one F, one B, but there's like you know you can go through. You've got K's. You get hit by a K, F, B, M. There's so many big tiles that could go there and get 50 points for a nothing wreck. Again, inference, like thinking like what tiles are my opponent's going to have. They've just dumped off EA, and again, it's like a high level player, so chances are they're not going to have those kind of tiles. They're going to have these, what they played with Serati, they're going to have those kind of wrecks. So it's not as big an issue. Play the Y there, but I'm still not going to do it. Yeah, it's not pretty, but it does sort the rack out pretty well. HI is pretty neutral as a rack leave. And didn't draw particularly well, but what else is new? Right, here we go. So, interesting situation. So I'm 109 ahead. We have this big spot potentially, though it's kind of awkward, but get a big score here certainly. The Q, just dumping the Q off has kind of shut a lot of this down. So you've still got potential for bonuses starting with a T, even ST or F for any Fs around. You get big scores there, but there's still an F out there. So having an F player just coming down here would score 50-ish potentially. You know, you're gonna get like 46 minimum for a F player. So when you get to little situations like this, where there's there's a tile that's basically going to almost guarantee you a big score, then it makes sense to try and turn over more tiles. Likewise, have we got any H's left? There is an H left, so I couldn't go here, for instance, with F, with Eta, sorry. if you might try and turn over tiles as I did here with Ollie, try and get one of the key tiles so I could have access to this. Because if you don't have those key tiles, there's not a lot you can do. You're either bonusing, scoring peanuts, or you're getting 50 points with your F, 50-ish with your H, that kind of thing. Could be anything with that H. So there's like key tiles that aren't particularly good, but on this board they're like super valuable. So like the F is suddenly like a really good tile to have. The H is suddenly a really good tile to have. But we're going to change that by sorting the board out. So we can do this, it scores pretty well. 42, and it takes the spot out, which is a little bit of a threat to my lead. Can't do too much more than that, really. Put a T or a G there, but it's kind of awkward. Can't do too much. I think that's pretty much as good as anything. Sorry, moth in the house again. Oh, nice pickup. So I've got heating, garnite, garnite. Heating and garnite, my options. Although obviously they don't play anywhere, but right. Now we're just going to play it out here with probably C. Is that blocked one of my... Well, I've got seat. That'll do. Yeah, that's like the only place I can get rid of those. Anyway. On we go. So yeah, I kind of got lucky Ecksteins last time. I could have played it in a few places. You can put an E here. So yeah, you can put an E there, or a P, or even a V. Lots of hooks there that you maybe wouldn't think of. So you got to keep those in mind. We have got two P's, so there's a little bit of value in trying to get rid of one of those. Although all the constants are kind of... Yeah, I don't think you're going to get rid of P, V, W altogether, but you can get rid of a couple, certainly. Could also do something like... but good options here. The reason I'm showing that one is because alternatively, it's going to be better than that because you'd rather get rid of the O. And it's better than weep because tweep and sweep hooks for that. So you don't want to create... Again, this is quite a big spot. The fact that tweep is a newish word, I think. Let's have a look. I think it's a new word. No, it's not. It's not that usual. It's newish. So tweep is like a Twitter person who uses Twitter. And the existence of that word makes this very dangerous, as well as obviously sweep, because it's such a good spot. You know, if you've got a bonus with an S, like 80-90% of the time it's going to end with an S, isn't it? It's going to be like a 6-letter word ending in S, or you know. So that's like ideal, and I don't have an S, so I don't really want to do that. They just played de-icer, so they're probably if they already had an S, but they played de-icers as a bonus. So they haven't kept an S, but they have played 6 tiles. So you can do the math yourself. There was 56 tiles in the bag when they played de-icer, and 3 of them were S. So 6 draws at about was it 3 and 56? So that's like 5% or something. So they're probably like a 25-30% chance of drawing an S or something around that ballpark. And there's loads of T's as well. I may not know about Weep. Quite a subtle one. Easy one to have a look. Anyway, I kind of like Poep. We can have a look at options here. I mean, we can play something like Veep. I just can't really play anything that's going to really, get the big letter there. They just don't really score a great deal. You do something like Dwarf. But yeah, they just don't quite work. And we're going to sacrifice a bit of value by playing that, but the other thing, I guess you could do Peep in the respect that you've got the X Flexo hook, so it's not that valuable really. Given that position, it's not that valuable. And the chances are we're going to have some sort of play here next time, whatever we draw. There's plenty of options on this board, so if the rest of the board was blocked, maybe I'd get, maybe my opponent would be playing on this quite a lot, but you could easily get a bonus through any of these de-icer players. They could get 6-letter play down here, they could play something with Quaked, Quaker or whatever. Loads of places to go. When I play a Poep, they could easily play down the side. Loads of places to go on this board, so one of those where you don't worry too much about the position unless you create a huge opening, like with Weep. Because there's just so many things on the board happening that, like now I have even better than Wavy. We've got, well, Heavy and Wavy for next time. We can have Wavy as well, slightly less. But yeah, this is a good spot for what we kept. And it'd really be a toss-up whether you play Heavy or Wavy. Heavy scores 3 points more, but it keeps the W. The H is a much better tile than the W, so it's kind of compensating for the 3 points. Kind of the same, really. How's the value? Right. I've had some interesting wrecks in this one. Right, so last time I got a pretty good pickup actually with a QU. I kept 2 T's and picked out the Q with useful ladders, which is pretty novel. Right, so we got a few options here with the Q. Really, what do you want to do? Let's have a quick look at the unseen. Very few vowels unseen here. Yeah, there's only 7. 7 vowels out of 28. So generally, like QU, like a Q is a very vowel-heavy consonant. People don't realize, like, oh yeah, you can keeping QU, but if you don't have like 2 or 3 vowels to go with it, like yeah, even though I've got a vowel with a QU, like I've got 2 vowels here, it's very limited what I can do. And even then, I've got good letters that go with it. Like I've got quint and quart and that kind of thing. I could have like harder consonants and not have anything other than like quit or something. So yeah, it shows you the value here, and the 2 S's is a blank. So like the natural thing here would be play something like this, but it's a huge opening, and I can't do anything with it. They've just played an S. I don't. I figure that's quite likely that that will backfire, because I figure they've played an S so easily, they could easily be holding another one back. And if they are, they're going to get a big score off that, just by virtue of getting the triple. You're getting querns as well. So I'm kind of disinclined to play there, but I might not have much else that's really viable. I guess another alternative is this. That's much better. It doesn't give much away, but the rack leave is far worse. And yeah, the rack leave is far worse, is the main one. You've got the duplicates. I mean, Quern leaves 2 T's as well, but at least you've got the I. The I has a lot of value because of the situation where like only a quarter of the letters to come are vowels. So yeah, that's like the odds are I'm only going to pick up 1 vowel here. Like that is the kind of expected number of vowels I'm going to pick is 1. And that can easily become 0 and leave me with nothing whatsoever. I could even pick like 3 vowels and a blank, or something. Sorry, 3 consonants and a blank, and I'm similarly kind of stuffed a bit because I lose all the value in the blank if I just burn it as a vowel. So yeah, it gets frustrating, but I don't see. Let's say between Quino, Quern, there's not much else I can do. Even Kino, Quino, whatever you. Quino, it's probably pronounced Kino, but like all the other options are much lower scoring. Like I could play something like this, turn over way more tiles, but it scores 18. Is this taken? No, I'm gonna check. Yeah, it's literally like Eno or Quern. Just don't really see anything else that competes with it. So it's one of those ones you kind of, you're not happy whichever way you play. You're just kind of frustrated. My instinct is to try and just stick in the game. I'd love to keep that extra vowel. There's such a lot of extra value in playing Quern opposed to Kino, but Quern is just too open. I just don't fancy my chances of. I just think most of the time my opponent has an S. They had easy points off Quern. And yeah, I'm in trouble again. Yeah, so that was the Aussie. At least I got a Y. But yeah, I got another T. So yeah, that wasn't a good pickup, but at least like if my opponent can't do much, then I'm still in the game. I've managed to pick absolutely nothing of use there. Like I didn't pick like there's 3 L's there. I could have picked Quinol, although it probably wouldn't be much use anyway. There's quinoa that takes an A hook, takes an S, an L. So you got various things you can pick there. I managed to pick absolutely sod all, but let's say that's the risk with not playing Kern, but right. Interesting rank. We're doing pretty well. We should be winning comfortably here, but this is hideous. Where do I start with here? This is ugly. Very, very ugly. You're looking to play off, obviously, pretty much one of everything. 2 eyes would be even better. Have I got? I can't remember if ig is a verb or not. It is. We even do. No, we can't do that. All right, that's going to be like the best for balancing my rank. It is going to create an obvious place for 7-letter bonuses. It's so easy to hook igging, bigging, digging, probably figging, gigging, pigging, rigging, tigging, just pretty much everything you can hook that with. So it does create a big spot, but I'm far enough ahead, it's not going to be an issue. Right, so this is a rookie game. So last time I played Rare, I could have played something here, but the trouble is I didn't want to open up a bonus lane because my opponent can't really bonus here unless they have opened up another lane. They've opened up another lane with Actor, but I'm still in good shape because I can easily block. I can kind of block passively here and also play a big score and just outrun my opponent altogether. So like they're 31-53 behind. But I could do stuff like this. And basically almost certainly outrun them. And say what was that say? 53 up. and I'd be 100 up after this. And it leaves one in the bag, which is perfect. So even if the bonus, I get another turn. Obviously, if they're bonus, then it's probably going to involve, probably not going to involve the X, for instance. They'd like pick out an X. Probably pick loads of clunky stuff anyway. I don't see much. Like, probably the biggest threat would be a bonus if they had the X. But I'm not seeing anything with the X. Thanks for the like, Latanya. I'll appreciate it very much. Cheers. Yeah, I can't really say anything with the main threat because I'm going to go 100 up. The main threat would be like bonuses with something clunky that score a lot. I should probably look at the C as well. So might be some bonus through the C, but I don't see anything. So I think I'm going to be safe just playing. Oh wait, I could do flab as well. That's going to be even better. Again, I'm leaving. The 3 tiles are absolute crap, but I'm going to be even further ahead now. I'm leaving 3 crappy tiles. Chances are I'm going to get clunky stuff, but we should be fine. There's like 6 vowels left. Their bonus, there's going to be like 2 or 3 in the bag, maybe. So I can't see any big plays for them. I feel like I'm pretty safe here. Yeah, I'm 106 up. There's just, yeah. I'm just going to outrun whatever they do. We got the X, and we got Moldy. Fortunately, I don't have any hooks for ZO anymore. That was the only downside with Flab. I couldn't play a flub because of the D. But we should be enough ahead by enough that we're gonna win there. Alright. Yeah, pick my bonus here. Yeah, we've got a million bonuses here. This was creating an interesting situation. I could have bonus last turn, but I was worried about maybe I was missing. If my opponent had a bonus, like if I played a bonus last turn, my opponent had a bonus, it would basically go, how it would play out was there was 2 tiles in the bag. If I play a bonus, I pick up 2 tiles, it's going to probably be a J. I'm going to go, like I was 10 ahead, I bonus, they bonus. Even if the bonuses are about the same, if I get the J, and that's 16 points off my score when we both bonus, because they're going to go out. So then I basically lose, unless my bonus scores a lot more than theirs. So that's why I kind of just played off the B, just in case there was some bonus I couldn't see. And then, but basically, even if the J was in the bag, like, maybe I get the bonus through their bonus. I don't see, or maybe I miss the J altogether when I pick the 1 tile out of 2. So at least I've got like a 50-50 chance, I basically had a bonus with everything I could pick, apart from the J, I think. The A was what I picked out. Even with the J, I've got like Nart G, that kind of thing. It wouldn't fit on the board as it stands, but there's still stuff I could potentially have if depending on what my opponent plays. Anyway, enough waffle. Let's play something fun. So yeah, I mean, probably could score more with something here, a radiate or something. But yeah. Sometimes it's not the right thing to just play the bonus at the end. It's quite intricate and hard to explain. It's going to be, you're going to treat each position on its own merits. Alright, so we've already played that game, so we've got a lot more challenges. As always, if you want to challenge me to a game, evil budgie, all one word. I do play the UK word list, not the American. So if it's American word list, I'll just decline it. But as long as it's a UK word list, I'm going to accept. So it doesn't matter about what your average score is or anything like that. I don't care. Right. Yeah, we already had that advert. Thank you. Right, here we go. It's time for some bot bashing. At which time? Ooh, already 40 minutes through. All right, so you should get at least 2 games against the bot, probably 3. If it goes 1-1, we'll definitely have a decider. That's quite nice. Opening rack. We play Garnish just for the hope of getting ING, nice 10 level words. What the hell? Pretty sure you can have garnishy. So you could have garnishies, I think. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's a bit of fun. Probably if you're being totally exhaustive, that's probably not the best thing you could play. Difficult one. Maybe you'd be looking at an ing word that doesn't take an S, doesn't take any hooks. So you couldn't play something like washing, because you can have swashing, probably washings as well. I'm no good on ing words. So you'd have to be careful, because so many things are going to take a hook. So this is good in that respect. It doesn't take a hook, but you can still extend it with garnishing and that kind of thing. Anyway. Right, so they played Death. So we're quite happy about that to try and block. They're giving us a nice spot for our F. And literally, you want to get rid of the U, and that's pretty much perfect. Just the way it worked out. Pretty much perfect for us. That looks... If, the silly word. Again, I'll get on my soapbox, but if IFF, it means if and only if. It's a logical thing. So there's like, we've done like electronics and physics, that kind of thing. They're like logical gates. So there's like NOR, not or, NOR gates and AND gates and so if is if and only if, and I think that takes it doesn't. Yeah, I never remember which of these take an E. Right, so shame. I've got I think talked is good as well with a CK. I think that's good as well. Well as obviously tackled. But we got nowhere to go. I don't remember what the hooks are for riff. I think definitely T. I think it means terrific. So we can use that. Could also use Yerd, that kind of thing. We gotta be careful here because if we play tech, and they have a Y, they're gonna get a big score off it. Let it be like a natural thing to do here, but what else to go this end? We could do deck. This seems reasonable. It does open up the board a little bit, but this goes. It's a good 30 points. Riff does take a lot of hooks. I think pretty sure Griff is good. And we had Griff with an E on the end. Deck seems pretty good. It does open the board up, but not majorly. Obviously, you've already got the hook. Riff does take an S, so like you're opening up more S hooks, but it doesn't matter. There's already loads of them available already. You didn't have to worry about that. That seems pretty reasonable. And we've still got Triff. We want to be like totally defensive. You could have played Triff, but they've still got S bonuses are going to play with Yads and that kind of thing. Right, so there go acids. You'd almost always play Cades here instead if you weren't a bot. So you'd swap the C and the A around because it's much better defensively. This is going to give me much more like options to play parallel down here. So you wouldn't generally do that, but up, we have the J. We could play a Jape. But that's going to leave 2 L's and a T. This is a much nicer leave. It is 4 points less. But it's a way better rack leave. Way better. Obviously, likelihood is we're going to give away a score with a J. But we're not worried too much about that. So you really, if you get something fluky like Jinx, it's kind of annoying. But at this level, we're getting like 37 points a move on average. So them getting something here isn't a big deal. It's only if they get something huge with like a Z or X. A lot of the time, this is going to be a bigger spot because they're going to get bonuses through that E. That E is great for bonusing through. As well as you're going to get like things like QU, E. You're going to get loads of combos with a QU, E. You're going to play Quest, Queer, Queen, Quell, all these kind of things. There's going to be a lot of players that go through this. There's a lot of traffic going to happen around here from my opponent. But 42 points, getting rid of 2 L's looks pretty good. Right, so that puts us 95 up. As I say, the E is a danger. As I say, not just bonuses, but those QU, triple ladder, double ladder combos. Oh, there goes Griff. So Griff is going to be opening it up because we've already seen Griff with an E on the end elsewhere in the game. So yeah, they must have had pretty horrible tiles to play that. Because the bots, unless they've changed, they always play the high scoring word. So that means they couldn't have had anything on this triple. We have got Jive there for a lot of points. He's pretty strong. You can't hear. I think you maybe the sound's definitely on, so not much I can do about that. You'll have to try and turn it up. But yeah, there's definitely I can see the sound bars going up, so it's not me. So yeah, Jive looks pretty good. It kind of obscures that E. We create another triple lane, but it's not that big deal. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Get rid of the V. I say Grift has taken E, so that's I'd rather not. I'd rather keep the E if I could, but yeah. Oh well. You gotta take the points there. 42, pretty good. And right, so we've got the X. Would have loved to have the E now for Wex or something, but okay, it's played Quinix, so it's blocked all that. It's got a good score with that. Right. Interesting. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned it. Also threw away a blank early on, which was terrible. But I say the bot does that. It just plays high scoring words, so there's no concept of like rack leaves, which is like you can tell how important rack leave is because without any concept of rack leave, the bot I beat the bot about probably more than 2-1. So I win like about 70% of my games against the bot, even though it never misses anything. Just purely because the bot's never concept of what tiles to leave on its rack, as well as obviously not positional. If it could consider rack leave, like what tiles it leaves on its rack behind, and even without the strategy, it would probably beat me more often than not. But because it doesn't have that, then I win pretty convincingly. Alright, so here we go. So we got the X, pretty good. We got the players underneath. We've got the I to go underneath if we want. We could do something like that. But it's a little bit open for me doing that. Well, having said that, at this point, there's pretty good odds that my opponent has an S. They've only had one so far. I don't have the other. And there's still 3 to go. There's a good chance it has an S. Although, I say, the bot just chucks blanks and S's away willy-nilly, so, you know, maybe it doesn't. But there's a reasonable chance it has an S. If it's a human player, I would say more often than not, they'll have an S at this point. Yeah, tricky, first really tricky position, I would say. What to do? Right, I don't like playing here just because it creates like a bonus lane, which is very easy to use. Like, yes, if they're gonna got another U for a cheesy like quat or whatever, it's annoying getting like 39 points or whatever. It has like quip, quap, quap, all these kind of things. Annoying, very annoying. Quiz, super annoying, but very unlikely. But all these things would be annoying, but at least they're not getting a bonus. Whereas if I play stuff like that, then it's much easier for them to get a bonus there. Yeah, difficult situation. I mean the X is okay, but doesn't really offer me much. I can do that, but again, still a possibility of an ING, but it's unlikely. I could do something like that, but it creates a hotspot here. Yeah, interesting. There's 3 N's to come, so again, not that likely that it has another N, but it's a possibility. And they'll have it significant-ish amount of the time. Yeah, tough one. I mean, I could do something like this. This is pretty good defensively, because you've got the 2 consonants there, so it's kind of hard to get a bonus down because you've got 2 consonants in the way. You could still get something like IES down, so something like pinnies, that kind of thing, parties, pinnies, all that kind of pattern, but it's less likely, but it's possible. Likewise, you could do something like that for more overlaps, but it's going to be pretty accessible. I'm kind of... yeah. I'm going to go with that just because it's quite good defensively. I don't like it, particularly because the bot might do something stupid like play... Well, not necessarily stupid, but it might play like nip underneath, playing QIN, and then I don't have like an S or something, and I'm in trouble. But fortunately, it hasn't done that. Yeah, this is not a very good play positionally, given the position that the bot is in. Just because it doesn't take any hooks here, I don't think. So I can basically all but shut it down by doing that, and I get a big score in the process. Like, even if I didn't have these great ladders, be getting a good score. I think that's about it. I mean, there's expos, but it doesn't quite fit. I could do that kind of thing, but it doesn't quite fit. So apexes or A doesn't work. We do paxes instead, and poxes, but there's loads of those to come, so we shall do poxes. L in the better place would have poleaxes with this rack. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like I'm taking advantage of the bot stupidity. Like, I mean, but I mean, it doesn't have the brain power. Oh, there we go. There's. I knew it'd happen eventually. We get the extension. I didn't think garnishaws would be good. I mean, what the hell did garnishaws? This stupid word. Like, why would we in awe? Is it that common for somebody to be a garnishaw? Like editor, garnishaw. I mean, it's just, yeah. I must have been living in a different world when I grew up. Garnishaw. Anyway, oh well. So I'm gonna be like pretty blocky here and just kind of restrict the bonuses here. They could still potentially, very unlikely, but you could still get a bonus down here. But we're just being blocky here because I'm far enough ahead. I can kind of concentrate on that, and also it kind of blocks the Z play if they get a big Z play. I'd bring them back into it a little bit. But I mean, it's a perfectly serviceable play anyway. It scores 23. I'm not sacrificing a huge amount to do that. I'm still getting 23 points. I'm blocking the board. It still could bonus through here, yeah. Overlay to elevator. But it doesn't get a huge amount. Even though I got the V on the triple letter, it's not a huge amount. It doesn't make the board wide open. But it's annoying. But it brings them back in the game, but I'm still basically a bonus up. Because I'm controlling the board, like they play something down here onto the triple word score, they're getting 80, 90, not giving anything back. That was annoying that he actually got 71. Most of the time it's going to be 60 for a player there, and I'm going to get 40 immediately back. Particularly if I draw the Z, you know. There's a Z there. Same if they get a bonus here with Yads. If they get a bonus there, it's going to open this triple. So it's difficult for them to catch up. Not impossible, difficult. Right, the blanks are all gone. Have a look at the vowel situation. So 10 vowels out of 26. So again, consonant heavy. Still an S left. So all the S's were gone, I wouldn't have to worry about Yads anymore, but there is still one left. So I've got to think about that. And there's a slight chance I get a huge play with a Z here, like a ZY ending. But it's probably more important to play around here. It's easier to get the Z play here with, you know, say they got braze, graze, that kind of thing, grizz. They could play something like glazy, but pretty limited what they can do there. The Z's going to be a big tile for them anyway, if they get it, so. Right, so what do we do? We got beam. That looks pretty much ideal. And I'm playing parallel, so I don't open up more stuff. I could probably play something down. Now would open up more bonus lanes. I'm creating another Z spot, but it's not. There's already one here. There's already one there. It's pretty trivial that I'm creating yet another Z spot. And if I get the Z, it's pretty much GG. Pretty much good game over. Oh god. So it's got the Z with Zygon. Kind of annoying. At least with those floaters, they're pretty bad for bonusing. But it does bring them back in. Probably think of I didn't really look at Pox extensions. There will be something, or probably without having to get an E there makes it difficult. There maybe isn't anything. But yeah, Pox extensions. There's a lot of Poxes out there, you can imagine. Cowpox, that kind of thing. Right. So the game is kind of live again, although not great tiles available. There's still that ZS hook. I can't do a lot about it at the moment unless I can kind of block it indirectly. So I could do something like this. That blocks it indirectly. Blocks the R. There's still potential for a bonus to go down, ending in a vowel, obviously, but pretty difficult. but still a threat. But it blocks everything else. They still get bonuses with G, but it's looking. If I do that, it looks pretty tight. But yeah, it does kind of force me into playing quite a defensive game. Like this would be like the way to outrun them. It doesn't really open anything up. They've still got Yads available, which would score like 70 and put them like 20 up. And I'd be less this way. I'd be less susceptible if they got bonuses off these floaters. I don't know, but I'm leaving crappier tiles, but just put me in a strong position. Also look at the vowel consonant ratio. So if if I'm making a move like this, like it'd look, well, there are lots of vowels left. And there's 8 vowels out of 17. So yeah, sort of plenty of vowels left. If there's only like 2 or 3 vowels left, then the chance of them getting a bonus ending in a vowel very low, because if you got a bonus ending in a vowel, then it's going to be, you're going to need like 3 vowels minimum, you would think. More so if there's like lots of vowels. Most of the time it's going to be like 3 or 4 or even 5 vowels. So, you know, it makes it less likely, but I do kind of like the defensiveness of that. Really nice. That is by far the biggest bonus threat is Yads. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna block Yads. I think that's by far the biggest threat. Yes, I create another one here, but yeah, Yads is much bigger in reality. I might even draw a bonus myself if I get good tiles. Not that good. We'll see. I should still win, regardless here. As long as I don't bonus, I should still win. I should outrun them. But obviously Brew does close things down a little bit. But there's no big tiles here. You know, there's no Zeds. The Zed's already gone. There's all the biggies are gone. So I'm 13 up. I should be fine as long as I don't bonus. The last E is gone. There's still threats, I would imagine, but not many. Doesn't look that good anymore. And this is where you're going to be careful. Like, don't do something like this. That's not even a word. Yeah, I was going to do that. Do something like that, and then create another bonus. This would be relatively safe. Thing is, if my opponent bonuses, they're probably going to win anyway. So I'm just going to do that. If they manage to get a bonus off the I, I'm going to be annoyed. Alright, they never had the S. And they've got absolute crap. They got like, is it 3 T's? Yeah. They got 3 T's, so they had absolute rubbish. But Denim was the right player. Yeah, we're just playing quick now. I've got outs with my R, haven't I? Yeah. Yep, GG. 1-0 to me. Alright, definitely a bot. Earn for 6, that'll do. Alright, 1 to me. That's kind of in control, like that ridiculous opening rack with a million bonuses. Alright, here we go again. So yeah, no brainer. Favour. Gotta be favour. Well, I can tolerate the badness of the American spelling, but there's just no way. It's just favour by my distance. Get rid of the two worst tiles. You got the two highest scoring tiles involved. Any way you can improve is if you got the G involved, but I mean, you know, can't have everything. Right. Looks kind of bonusy, but doing with an O or an A, I think arugula's something like that. Anyway. We don't have anything. Still like convinced, but I don't think I've got anything, but I'm not totally sure. Anyway, we don't take it too long. This is a big hotspot. So what I mean, hotspot, place where you're going to get a lot of... Your opponent's going to play there most of the time. You're going to get a good score there most of the time. This is a hotspot. The double letter, triple word score. And so there's a bit of value in like trying to play there. It'd be nice to keep like the S hook, but that's a really nice rack leave. So like you know, fairly reasonable to play something like frugal, but this is going to reduce my opponent's average score by quite a lot, because a lot of the time they're just going to play underneath there, basically. And that's going to happen more and more at lower levels, like lower level Scrabble. You're going to get people playing there more and more, because they're going to keep more clunky tiles than I do. So they're going to go and keep the H's, the F's, the X, the J, X, all that kind of thing. They're going to keep those tiles to which are going to be more useful when you get a position like that. Whereas against me, I'm just most of the time I'm trying to bounce for a bonus. But anyway, let me just double check before I make sure I not miss anything. Oh crap! I missed one through the T. Yeah. Anyway, I missed Gastrula. Yeah, never mind. So yeah, I had Gastrula. So yeah, the bot's never gonna miss that because the bot always gets the best player. But never mind. Yeah, Gastrula. There's a Latin word. A metazone embryo. There you go. I've got Sunray blank now. But yeah, I'm not going to take too long on bonusy Rex because not very fun to watch. So that's my excuse why I miss so many bonuses these days. But yeah, Guest Ruler was the play. Right. So they play a Vex. Again, the Vexed opportunity comes up. Not available yet, but I mean we could burn a blank, but it doesn't look looks very good, does it? Right, so what bonuses have we got? Sanctuary with a T. I think Urinils is good as well, I think. Urinils. Well, we have got with Shore, but it's not very good. Could look at something like that. Have I got anything there? Alright. Well, as I say, it's not very entertaining to watch me try and fidget around trying to find a bonus, so we're going to play something quickly. Oh, you've got Sunrays there as well. I forgot about that. So yeah, we'll do that. As I say, it's probably going to be something better than that, but we don't want to be doing that. So there's bonuses there. So there was 6 bonuses. I mentioned 2 of them, I think. So like these are the bonuses. Unscary. Not scary. These are all the 7, sorry. Sinew, I did see that. Sinew, Sinew, Sinew. Latin word. Any of several species of green algae. Urinals, unpraise, sunrays, and runways. Probably unpraise is a little bit better than that because you're putting a U there, which is a lot more awkward than the S. Did we have anything through? Nothing at all through the L or the U. And unstarry. I didn't have enough letters for sanctuary, did I? Dear me. Ooh, there's a really nice one through the A actually. Runaways through the. That would have played as a double. That would have been nice. But yeah, try to play quick. Anyway, right. So here we are. So here we are. We got a more interesting rec other than bonusing recs. I say bonusing recs not that really useful for. Yeah, they're gonna see bonuses or you're not. Basically, there's not much I can tell you to help people find them. Yeah, they find them or you don't. All right. So not bad. It could be potentially bonus here, but I don't think so. So you got some options here. I mean, BY, just playing BY off is going to be pretty strong, honestly. Doesn't really fit anywhere though. But BY, just dumping that off. I mean, you could do it here, but 17. But that is going to be strong rec leave, particularly on this board. It's wide open board. There's going to be a lot of value there. But you can also score a lot just by playing some like Betray and Vexed. You could just play a Bear. You could play stuff here. You know, Bar Eyes, whatever. You know, you're getting 42 for that. So it's too much to just play. Just playing BY for 17 when you can get 42. Yeah, got to be 42, hasn't it? I think that's probably going to be played. Again, there's value in playing here because it's such a big spot. Well, big-ish spot. And, yeah. Obvious place to go. And we're keeping the T back for Vexed, which is important. Yeah, we could probably pick more T's up if we're unlucky, but keeping the T bag is nice. Pretty much guaranteed player there if the bot doesn't go there. Seems to be the bot's having a pretty terrible time with the letters. It goes through these like games where, because it just doesn't rec manage, that it just bogs down with really crap letters. Because it doesn't rec manage, it doesn't exchange or anything like that. So you get weird games like this where it just does nothing. And other games that just go bang, bang, bang with bonuses. So you don't know what you're going to get. Right, so obviously clunky, horrible rec here. We have still got the T, but I don't know if it's really the time to play it. We don't have much we can do there. Let's have a look. What are the options though? Pretty tough. Yeah, this is pretty dire. I guess you could do something like Vargle. That's not bad. It gets like probably the two worst tiles. That's not bad at all. Can you have Octaval? Remember. Oh, you kind of that. That does get rid of the T, as I say. You got Vexed. So T's quite nice. But that's... I do like that. The NG. G's not... G's not good, but... You got the ING possibilities. You got lots of floaters to play with. Quite like that. The other leave just plain VG. A bit clunky, C, D, T, all that kind of thing. Alright, we dodged all the eyes. You always do when you don't want them. Alright, so that gets the double T. Right. Dog Bane doesn't quite fit. Neither does its anagram bondage. Right. Don't think there's much to think about. Oh wait, it isn't boomed a word? Can't remember. Oh no. I'm gonna check these things because I don't remember anymore. Ugh. Right, Gaboo. So yeah, it's gonna be that, isn't it? There's no bonuses there. It's gonna be that every time. Not much to think about. Let me have a double check, see if there's any. Yeah, no 7s, no 8s with that rank. Interesting. So we got Arietta's Squid. An I would be Quinzied. Not there though. But yeah, Quinzied, that kind of thing. But yep. Again, not much to think about. Gonna be Squid on it. You could play Squinted as well, but the bonus is actually worse. Squinted is actually worse than playing Squid. You just see automatically it's gonna be like, the Q here. If the Q is there, then yeah, you get more points, but also you keep in EN, which is positive, so you're getting 83 points plus EN, probably like another 4 or 5. So it's like net value is like 88, say. Squinted to be like 75 or something. So yeah, Squid it is. Okay, played noticing. Oh well. So game on again. There's still a blank there. Brings it to within 24. But I get the feel if you feel sorry for the bot, don't. It'll soon board us. Right, we got a few options here. The blank is, you can play towards the blank. It's perfectly reasonable strategy to like try and tailor your player towards like playing more tiles off here, just to make sure you get the blank. I mean, it's a balance thing. It is a factor. It's not a big factor, but it's something people should think about. We got a nice play here with Rake though. That's 34. That's a good starting point. I think that's going to be pretty good. You still got players like this, but honestly, playing EIK, keeping the M with mine, it actually kind of a little bit better. Very skewed vowels again. So there's 7 vowels on C now, 22. I don't know why it always seems to be consonant heavy at the end of games here. Just don't know if it's just me. But yeah, it's very clunky. The 4 E's, I mean, the E's are good for bonusing, but the consonants, the J, the 2 W's, Z, the bit kind of high scoring tiles, not really bonusing tiles. Well, there is a blank, there's 2 S's. There's a lot of ammunition there. But it's pretty, it's all about this space here, really. So you could get a bonus through the T. More likely it's going to be these floaters. There's another N left. And a P, but without those, this is pretty much dead. Even with them, it's pretty unusual. You're going to get hit there. Most of the time, you're going to get hit with something. It's going to be through these floating tiles here. There's not a lot you can do anywhere else, really. But you could arguably say, well, I'm going to just try and block this, but I haven't really got the letters for it. Like, normally you'd want to try and play something down the side. You could do that, but... Or even just do that, to just be awkward. There's kind of value in that, but... I don't know. There's still a T there. You play this side, the T is still open. There's a little G there. It's a tough call, actually. Totally understand just playing something here or here, just to block. There's not a lot else you can do, but it's not totally blocked, so I'm gonna go with see if I get better layers next time to kind of do something there. Or I can try and get our own bonus. Not bad reg. Ah, crap. Sodding typical, innit? Right, well, I did say, they also had Starman through the T. So unless I played here, and even then, played any, then I'm scoring nothing, and it may well have something down there. It's actually had Mountsea here as well. There's no way I'm going to stop the bonus there. No way. Hmm. Right. What to do now? There is a blank there, but as you can see, the bonus threat is pretty low. It's more really the J and the Z I'm going to lose to. You know, I mean, they've got the J, the Z, the score here with the Z. Oh, so this is a really interesting. Making sure there's nothing through E or anything else to bonus through. Right. Interesting situation. Alright, so I kind of need one of those big tiles myself, but... yeah, like, there's no point blocking here because they've got a spot there, they've got a spot there. So if they have the J or the Z, they're gonna go somewhere. It's really, you're gonna fight with fire and try and draw one yourself and make sure you got something. But, like, the J or the Z don't really... Like, I'm not going to get a huge play here. Like, that'd be the ideal thing. Whereas if I got the Z, I'd have, like, Zoist or something. Joist, Zoist, that kind of thing. It's not going to happen. Unless I get the blank and the Z or the J. Then I'll probably have something big. But yeah, I've just got to fight fire with fire. I kind of want to leave at least two. I want to probably leave about two in the bag. Although... This is quite tempting. Yeah, that is quite tempting. That's a big score. Does playing all those vowels isn't good because there's only two vowels left. So I'd rather keep an extra vowel, but that's a lot of points. And it leaves something in the bag. To I mean, say leaving stuff in the bag. You always got to do that if you can. In these like tight games, like leaving two in the bag would be better because it's clunky stuff. So with clunky stuff, it's harder to go out in two. The blank mitigates it a little bit, but like if you from my opponent's perspective, say there's one in the bag, and they've got the blank, and they've got stuff like on an open board like this, they can almost guarantee having an out and two if they have the blank. Particularly if they play like 4 tiles and keep the blank. Like it almost doesn't matter what they pick up because the blank's gonna give them enough flexibility to go out next turn and win. Obviously, the bot is stupid, so something like that. But that's where I'm thinking from, where I'm coming from. Here I'm going far enough ahead that I can, as long as I can have my own big player, my own 40 plus player with a J or Z, I should be alright. But yeah, the Z's going to be the huge one because you're just guaranteed to plays here. Yeah. It's just like, yeah. Almost I'd rather not keep the M as well because I'm going to pick up pointy tiles anyway. So I don't need more pointy tiles in my rack, but this is such a strong play. You could also argue I could play Quine, keep the O, just because all the vowels left at ease. So if I'm going to get a vowel, it's going to be an E. I don't necessarily need an O, but I'm not sure that's right, because if I don't draw any vowels and I do get the Z, it kind of, then I can't use this spot here. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway, tough call. I could also play mouse, things like that, but it empties the bag. That's what the difference is. Keeping the S is going to be good for me for this spot. Alright, let's see what happens. I think that's the play. If I could get like 25, well, if I get like 30 and leave 2 in the bag, perfect. But I don't think I could do that. I could do like Mong or something. Anyway, yeah, I just got massively outdrawn. Right, they've got Prew, Prew. Not a word, by the way. They got Pew plus an R, I should say. Right, so that pretty much completely screwed me. Not only did they get the ZE, they got everything else. I probably actually should have just played ZE, but never mind. Well, I got screwed. I've still got good players here, but trouble is because I didn't get a vowel or a blank or pretty much anything in that pickup. I can't even go out in 2, which would be the way I win here. So I'm kind of screwed, to be honest. I just got royally shafted, I think. Like if I do that, yeah, it draws me level and then HMD. I can't go out with that. So they're gonna catch up eventually. Well, I mean, catch up. They're already going to be ahead, so. Yeah, I just got absolutely mega screwed by that pickup. Like, absolutely screwed. So the question is, what can I even do to try and win? Like, they got the worst big consonant. I got all a clunk. The only thing worse is I've got 2 W's instead of 1. But yeah, I need some way of pulling off 2 or 3 tiles here and keeping a blank. But I mean, the E, right? Keeping the vowel, but I don't see how I can win here. It's got Pew. Even just playing Pew is going to be enough, probably. What a pile of crap I picked up, honestly. I could do Jew just to kind of screw up that play. Even then, it's got PST. I'll play a Pew. Yeah, I'm dead. Absolutely dead. Even with a stupid play from the computer, I'm dead. Ridiculous pickups. Like, I just can't play anything. What's what? Uh, and go out with Boom, but I'm gonna get outrun anyway, so. Yeah, I'm stuffed. There is nothing I can do. What about something like that? Jewish. Oh dear. Could do that, I suppose. Even then, what can I do with a J? Like Methol. That might be a better combo, but But it just doesn't, like, nothing's gonna work here. Yeah, well, I think it's probably gonna play a pew, and then I have nothing much I can do with a J. What about Mish? Dish. Actually, let's try, I don't know what's gonna play if I do that. Oh, it's probably gonna do pew there, which would also kill me. Right. Probably say if I just do dish, it's still gonna play a pew, so I'm screwed anyway. So I may as well do that first. Because I can't block their play. It's still gonna play a pew. I'm gonna play dish. And then I'm gonna lose. But I did my best. Well, ish. Alright, we'll play one more decider after this. Mish. Oh well. Maybe it'll pass. Oh dear. Yeah. I mean, it's probably like the main mistake is missing the bonus earlier on, guest ruler. But I say I don't want to take forever trying to look for bonuses. I want to be talking about stuff that's interesting rather than bonuses. Like, finding bonuses isn't good to watch, is it? Nobody wants to watch me try and find a bonus for 2 or 3 minutes, you know? So, here's what it is. Fast and loose, sometimes. And we'll try and go through the more interesting plays in more greater detail. I did actually, like, when I was actually good at the game, I went period where I very rarely missed bonuses. But it's probably been, like, one of my weakest areas is bonuses, just because it's more about, like, being uncertain of words, that kind of thing, rather than missing them as such. But right, so we've got quite a clunky load of rubbish here. We got players here like Bow, which seem reasonably strong. Looking for Vrow as well. If there was one place over, that'd be a good score, but it's probably not worth doing it there. You're kind of looking at. You'd probably want to play an extra tile as well. That's not good, but you probably want to play the extra tile here because the V is a consonant heavy. I mean, this is already optimal. One consonant more than vowel, but the V is consonant heavy anyway. It's a vowel heavy tile, so having the V is like having an extra half consonant and one that's like really crappy as well. So yeah, you like most of the time, if you had something decent instead of the V, you'd just play bow. Because the V is awkward and you need vowels to go with it, I'm going to play the R. Same as if I could play the N, I'd play the N as well. You know, if there's a, you know. So that's the reasoning for playing the R there. Like, I've got vexation through the A. Whether it happens or not, we shall see. Oh, give over. Double blanked against the bot. Right, yummy get. As he plays vexation. Alright, that's 4 bonuses in 5 then. Let's just make it 4 and 6. Oh, I'll get the Z as well for that rather juicy looking spot. Retire, yeah. Right. Make sure you look for the ZHO as well. Although I still don't get used to OK. It's just stupid, but for me it looks stupid. It's a stupid word. It shouldn't be in. Just to be, you know. diplomatic about it. Not a crap. Not a word. Okay is not a word. Garbage. Garbage, man. Shouldn't be in. Yeah, one of my pet hate words, along with IFF and yeah, they shouldn't be in, but that's life. Right, kind of back to some sort of normality now. We have QU, which is unusual, and we got squaw, is the obvious kind of word that's on my rack kind of thing. We can do pretty well actually just playing AW. I think that's going to be pretty strong. We almost don't need to. I mean, we've got good players, don't get me wrong. So we'll have a look at. There's a lot of options. So let's quickly just show you AW. 40 points for getting rid of AW. Amazing value. And you're pretty much guaranteed. I'll show you the rack. So with this rack, you're pretty much guaranteed a good play next turn. You got Quinn. You got the M there. Quinn. You know, you're just guaranteed like 39. And like ES sleeve plus 2 others. I mean, what? Doesn't get much better than that, does it? Other than bonusing, obviously. You could get something here with a Q there for 70. You even get a bonus if you get lucky, but you're just going to get loads of points after this. I mean, you're probably averaging 50, 60 points in your next move with this rack. Maybe not that many, but 50, 60 when you include the rack leave, which is likely to be ES plus other stuff. So you may be getting averaging about 45, 50 points, but most of the time you're going to be keeping an S and an E. So you're looking really good over the next 3 moves. You're getting probably 40, 50, and then something could be, you know, if you draw badly, you get like 35, 40. If you draw well, you get a bonus. So you're looking at typically about 150 over the next 3 moves, which is great. So that's one option. You could just go straight away, go for something like this. But you can perfectly read them. I mean, it scores 48, which is a lot of value. You keep in ES, W, which again, pretty good. And you still get this spot. Maybe. Depending on what happens. But this is quite a juicy spot. As this was with the X. Quite a juicy spot. So if that goes, then all of a sudden W's kind of crap. If that stays open, you still got to draw stuff to use it. It's not as flexible. Like if you just play AW, you got multiple places for this QU, so it's pretty much guaranteed whatever happens, you know. So normally I'd probably prefer something like Macwi because it is another 8 points as well. But I do like AW just in this particular instance because I feel like I'm guaranteed something. The only thing that really mess it up was if they played something here. I believe they got a bonus through the M or something. Play through the M, which fair enough is going to happen fairly often. And maybe a little bit stuff, but there's just so many places I could. You feel like worst case I get quit, key, Quinn. There's just so many spots for the SQ. So, and this is like a really strong rack leave. So I'm just gonna on the side of AW. That's it. I'd probably simulate and stuff and find. I drew crap there. Well, because I already have an S, so an extra S isn't that good. But I'm still gonna have loads of players. Yeah. So it wasn't the greatest rack, but it wasn't the greatest draw. But I'm still gonna have 48. It's probably gonna be 51 because do I want 2 S's? We could. I think that's good, isn't it? Meek. Oh no, not. God, I'm rusty. My apologies. Do I want to keep 2 S's? That's 45. Did I say 48 earlier? Never mind. 45 for that. Do I want to play the S? That's quite a tough call, actually. That's tough. Trouble is because you're already verging on vowel heavy. So if you play another S there, then you're definitely vowel heavy. So I don't know. You can just dump an S here, and it's not really blocking yourself. You're still going to get good chances at bonusing. You're just like dumping. You know, if you do some sort of play here with a U or something. I don't know. Alright, I think I'm going to keep the extra S. Normally, as I say, you wouldn't, but the extra S isn't worth that much, but I don't know. Let's go with it. We got vexations as well. There's plenty. Oh, and we got bonuses. I think that's good. On cases. Ooh, interesting dump from the bot. Yep. There's issuance as well. There is 2 more S's to come. So, that's quite big, leaving issuance with one short, but then a play here. Can't remember if that takes an E or not. I don't think it does. I don't think it does, but just in case. Yeah, what do I think? I think it's Rue. I think that's. Right, so that's basically the options. Bonusing. It doesn't really matter whether you play it usances or uncases. What matters is this little spot here, but the U there isn't very good. Issuance creates all those hooks. It creates the S hook. You can immediately get hit with an S bonus for 90 plus. You've got all those floating tiles as well for your opponent. So I just like this. I think it's more more solid. More solid defensively. As long as I don't get hit by the 9 timer. Don't get hit by the 9 timer. Ooh, well. So let's close it up nicely with a F ray. But yeah, first thing I'm going to do is go block that. Right. Grudge match. Let's have a look at their vowel situation. 10 vowels out of 22. Those consonants look pretty awkward. There are STR, so if you kind of dodge those, maybe you have an H or a G or something. You dodge the worst ones, JVB. Not too bad. The vowels are pretty bonus-friendly vowels. O's and U's aren't great for bonuses. A, I, E are the best ones for bonusing, so... I think Eminence would have been nice, but we haven't got the right vowels available, so... is what it is. We're going to have to play through that U. It's whether I've got anything good there, really. I've got stuff like that. I wouldn't call that good, but the start. Maybe unnice. I don't think so, but let's. Out of curiosity. I don't really like it, but can't see a lot else. Yeah, you definitely want to play through the U in this situation. You're 70 up. You go 94. Yeah, they can bonus. Definitely they can bonus. But they're still going to be a move behind. And if they blow bonus down here, which is the main threat, I mean, obviously this would create another. There'd be more advice to bonus here after that. But even still, they're going to be like 20 behind. And I've got next move. Close it down again. Control the board, all that kind of thing. Alright, I can't see anything better than that, so I may be wrong. Yeah, not great, but at least the scoring tiles. So it should keep my nose in front regardless of what happens. Ooh, nice tiles. That's some overkill there. Still the B's left there, the JV. I did get the B, but there's still some rubbish there to trip my opponent up. Interesting. So we're still in the same situation, more or less, as the last move. This got slightly more, but we're still 65 up, and should be in good shape. Particularly, I'm going to look for bonuses properly. So that's going to be it. We're going to leave one in the bag, which is perfect, even if the bonus. We're going to get another move back, so GG. That should be it. Oh, we got gear pierced as well. Can we have benching? No idea. Miserable. Do I have any bonuses here? Maybe not. I don't think there's anything through the N either. That's a shame, isn't it? Would have been nice to finish in a bit of style, but oh well. Another S. Though. There's lots of floaters that give me bonuses here, but I don't think I've got any of them. Oh. Yeah, I have no idea with I and G words whether they're going to be good or not. I didn't even think of retying whether it takes. I don't think it does, but who knows these days? Yep, it goes for the cute play instead of trying to go out. I'm going to get 12 maybe. 12 as well. Doesn't look like there's any advance on 12. 12. Right. 12 it is then. Yeah, that was a high scoring one. Yeah. Benching. Like it could have taken an S, but it didn't. So there we go. Right. Well, that's it, folks. I won 2-1, best of 3. Kind of cocked up the second game by missing the Gastrula word, but oh well. All these tournaments, I don't really fancy those. So that's going to be it for tonight. Thanks everybody for watching, all likes and everything else. Make sure to challenge me if you want to fancy a game. Make sure to the UK word list, and just rematch me when the game finishes if you want to play again. So thanks for all that. And so what day is it? Tuesday. Oh, it's Wednesday. Wednesday even. Yeah, we got a few more days of more of the same basically. I'm Scrabble GO. Scrabble. Doing a variety of stuff depending on what's coming up. Saturdays, I always do more of this kind of thing on Saturday. The streams are always at 8:30, so that's 8:30 UK time. So about 2 hours, 2 hours earlier than it is now, basically, whatever time zone you're at. So you always stay at the same time, and it's every day. So there'll definitely be more Scrabble. There'll be all Scrabble on Saturday, and on Sunday I play IC speed stuff. I play speed Scrabble against humans on IC Internet Scrabble Club. So I don't know what I'll be doing next 2 days. It'll just be whatever Scrabble games come up, arena games, all the rest of it. Alright, thanks everybody for watching, and all likes and shares and everything. Reminder, I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. The streams are on all 3, so you can watch in whichever one you prefer, it doesn't matter. And also the messages come through whichever one you want. So whichever you prefer is all good with me. Alright, thanks everybody. You also find that the videos are also on YouTube, Twitch, but they only stay up for Fortnite, and Facebook. So Facebook and YouTube, they're permanent. Twitch is they disappear after a fortnight. Alright, that's enough waffle for me. Cheers everybody, happy Scrabbling, and hopefully see you all soon. Right, over a game of Scrabble or on stream.